Good evening and thanks for joining us. We're starting with breaking news as flashbangs and tear gas go off in downtown Phoenix. That's where protesters had gathered at the state capitol, voicing their frustration over today's Supreme Court ruling.
The High Court reversed Roe versus Wade, giving states the power to make their own abortion laws. Team 12's Bianca Bono is joining us live from the Arizona State Capitol. And Bianca, this started as a peaceful rally, but then at some point, DPS declared it an unlawful gathering.
That's right, Caribe. Really, the past hour and a half, it was complete chaos here at the Arizona State Capitol. And you're right, around 7 o'clock, it started as a peaceful protest with thousands of women coming together to march for their reproductive rights. And we'll show you what the scene is now. It's a complete ghost town. That's because DPS did declare an unlawful assembly and began shooting tear gas from the Capitol. Take a look at the scene. You could see large clouds of smoke from the tear gas that was deployed in the flashbangs that we were hearing, dispersing the crowd. We saw some with small children running from the Capitol. Now, according to DPS, what triggered this response was protesters began banging on the glass doors of the Senate building. A spokesperson said, quote, protesters attempted to break the glass. Now, troopers then came out in riot gear after deploying tear gas from the Capitol building. DPS says some protesters then moved to Wesley Bullen Plaza, where some monuments were vandalized. An unlawful assembly was declared, and all of this was happening as lawmakers were inside the Senate ready to vote on a school voucher bill. Here's Senate President Karen Fann as all of this was happening.
Please listen, we are going to recess. We're going into recess right now, okay? We have a security problem outside. Members, please go. Stop. We're recessed.
Now, prior to all of that, thousands of people protested and marched in response to the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. We saw families and people of all ages, some who have never lived a life without the right to an abortion. For others, this is deja vu.
I just never thought I'd see this day. I mean, I fought for abortion rights in the 60s, early 70s. I never expected to be here 50 years later.
I'm very concerned not only with abortion rights and women's rights and health care, but also all the implications for all the other rights that have flown from the court's decisions.
For my daughter, you know, I want her to be able to have the choice if she ever needs to make that choice one day. And it's a right. It's been taken away. It's not okay.
I think it's great that all these people showed up because that really gives people like a view of how many who care about it and to really just highlight the majority.
I cried, literally tears coming down my face. It just doesn't feel like it's real life.
I cried when Arizona Planned Parenthood said they were going to be stopping abortions. That's when it really became real.
And back out here live, this is a live look of the law enforcement presence that's still here outside the state capitol in the plaza there, but no sign of any protesters at this point. Again, really all of that happened about an hour and a half ago. And I'm not sure if you could see it in the video there, but at one point, the top of a palm tree outside the capitol was on fire, it seemed. We're not sure what caused that, but the Phoenix Fire Department showed up and put that out pretty quickly, guys.
Bianca, we know that State Senator Michelle Ugenti-Rita was inside at the time, and on Twitter she posted a video that showed, or what seemed to show, some of the protesters kicking in a window that looked like it gave way. Do we know if at any point people got inside the building?
At this point, that's unclear to us. According to DPS, the reason that they took those measures, they took those steps with the tear gas and the flashbangs was because protesters were attempting to break the glass, in their words. So at this point, we're not sure if anyone did make it inside, but DPS didn't indicate that in their initial statement to us.
All right, Bianca, I'm hearing from a lot of folks on Twitter tonight. I posted Michelle Ugenti-Rita's video. And they're telling me on Twitter that this was a peaceful demonstration. And you can understand people being skittish after what happened at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. But they say that this was unprovoked with the flashbangs and the tear gas. From your vantage point, did it seem to be an overreaction, or were you not there at that point?
It's hard to say. I was not at the front where those protesters were up against the glass. The media is kind of staged in a parking lot at this hour across the street at 17th Avenue in Jefferson. So I didn't see with my own eyes what was happening there at the front. I did see Senator Michelle Ugenti Rita's video showing the protesters up against the glass, banging on the glass. And that seems to be what DPS was referring to in their statement to me, explaining what triggered that response. But what I did see earlier today was certainly peaceful, with thousands of women marching around the area of the Capitol. But again, Mark, we were not right up against the glass when all of that was happening. And I can see why it would have been scary for folks like Senator Michelle Ugenti Rita, who was just on the other side of the glass. But it didn't appear that glass was broken. Again, DPS did mention that maybe some monuments inside Wesley Bullen Plaza were vandalized. But it was hard to tell from that video and certainly from DPS's statement if anyone made it inside or if any glass was actually broken there at the doors.
Who knows? This could be the new normal after January 6th, where we see actions like this, where people are protesting, peaceful for the most part, and then things quickly blow up and there's an overreaction. Team Schwalb's Bianca Bono live at the state capitol tonight. Bianca, thanks.